This Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShond Jackson Dean and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the pen slayer, says I am a TV show host, a speaker, a life and success strategist, and an author. Man, don't you wish sometimes that you could just start stuff over again? I really wished I could do that. This Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShond Jackson Dean and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the pen slayer, says, I am a TV show host, a speaker, a life and success strategist, and an author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Welcome to Just So You Know with a twist. I am your host, Dr. LaShond Jackson Dean. Hey, yay! Thank you all for joining tonight. I'm so happy to see all of you. Hey, Stephen. Hey, Taurus, Robert, Florine, Reva, Tracy, Johnny Barnes, Laura Moody, my classmates even are here. Yes. Thank y'all so much, and make sure that you like and share this video to all your friends or all the other sites that you can, and please be interactive and participative. As always, I have to start by saying thank God, and all of these social media platforms that allow me the opportunity to use this as my practice lab as I travel on my way to my national and international syndicated worldwide internet, radio, and TV show. Yay. This is my practice lab. Thank y'all for joining. This week, we will be continuing our series on Level Up. 2 weeks ago, we began a series with Level Up, Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. Last week, we discussed how to level up your community. Leveling up your community, how to level up your community. So while we're waiting on everybody to join, but we have a whole lot of people online right now. We can go ahead and jump right in here and get to it. I'm going to recap the last couple weeks just in case you weren't here. I can let you know what's going on. Just so you know. Dr. Jackson Dean's The Pen Slayer says, if you are serious about real life changes, if there is something on your list that you feel like you need to do, if you have developed your vision as well as your plan for your vision, the most important factor in changing your life is to change your mindset. We discussed 2 modes of your mind. 1, conscious, and number 2, subconscious, as well as mindset detoxing. To learn more about that topic and what I discussed, go to my page and watch last week's episode. Regarding leveling up, change your community, determine who and what makes up your community. Then seek out what your community is lacking. And if you can provide a service for that lack, be of service. Don't be a disservice. Be of service. You have the ability to increase or decrease the value in your community. How y'all like my shirt tonight? Reclaiming my time? It's Aunt Maxine. Y'all remember when she said that? Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Congressman Maxine Waters. Congresswoman Maxine Waters. How about that? This week's segment is entitled Level Up, Change Your Money Mentality. I have a special announcement at the end of the show tonight. You don't want to miss this. You need to be here for this announcement. My disclaimer, as always, if anything should happen, I fall out the chair, I knock the computer off, my light go out, or whatever, I'm just going to keep rolling through this bad boy like nothing ever happened. Secondly, since we're dealing with money tonight, I want to throw in a second disclaimer by saying I am not a certified financial analyst. But what I am providing you tonight is things that have helped me and that have worked for me. So, I am not a certified financial analyst or representative. I'm providing you information that have worked for me and that I found useful in my financial situation. Okay, so I'm imparting to my community. How about that? Practice what you preach, right? So, on the Just So You Know moment with a twist, we aim to detect and correct. Detect and correct. Let's move this down here. Give me a minute. See what we got going on here. Today is the last day of the month for Minority Mental Health as well as Ice Cream Month, huh? So do yourself a favor. Take some time and do a mental health check on your family members as well as check in on your own mental health. Then reward yourself with a double scoop of ice cream. Please respond by like and love if y'all are ready to level up, because it's going to get hot in here tonight. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let me see some likes and love. Likes and love. Let me see them. Let's get them going here. Just so you know, we have already learned about changing our mindset in order to change our lives. We now understand that we are charged to our community to service in an effort to lift them as we climb. Y'all understand that? We learned about changing our lives through changing our mindset. We also learned that we are charged to be a service to our community by lifting them up as we climb. Now, we must learn that in order for us to acquire the things that we need to make to the changes in our life, they need to be life-changing decisions. So, I hope y'all understand when I say that. Anytime that you're dealing with your mind, anytime you're dealing with your finances, anytime you're dealing with your growth, all of those decisions need to be life-changing decisions. This is not something you just try once. This is something that you practice so it becomes a part of your life, okay? Hey, Gloria. The first and the most important aspect of this episode is to listen. Hey, LaRonda. Is to listen with a clear and unjudgmental mind. Listen and apply this information that I'm going to provide you. If you like it, do it. If you don't like it, don't do it. If you don't understand, ask questions. Okay? Overall, chew the meat, spit out the bones. And what does that mean? If it's something that you can keep it. If it's something that you want to disregard it. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. We all have our own reasons for wanting to have money, right? Right? Everybody, what you think? Whether it's for the things that we want in our life, or whether it's for to help our family out, or whether it's for security, a state of feeling secure, or just to have it. It really doesn't matter. What matters is getting it and retaining it. I'm going to take for granted right now that all of us online tonight, whether how big or how small, we're all making some money. We got some money coming in, right? Right? Okay. Rule number 1. Stop spending frivolously. Who understand that? You just buy. Just buy out. Stop spending frivolously. My new friend Jay Mile is on. Hey, Jay. Track your spending. Hey, Carolyn. Track your spending. Know what's coming in. Know what's going out. Determine whether what's going out is a necessity or a luxury. And there is a difference. Okay? There's a difference between necessity and luxury. I've had clients that say, whoa, Dr. Jackson D, well, I work hard, so I should be able to play hard. I should have some luxuries in my life because of all this work I've done and I've never had these things. So now I got the money to have these things. I am going to get what I want. I agree. But at this point, you're at the building phase. And so instead of buying all those things, you want to build your money first. So I don't have a problem with people buying things that they want, as long as they got the bag secured. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the bag, the purse screens, they got all that stuff together. As long as you got that secure, you can buy a few other things. I'm not saying go wild with buying things, because still you need to know what's the difference between an asset and a liabilities. If you steadily buying liabilities, then guess what? Your assets are going to dwindle. You don't want to do that. You want to increase your assets and decrease your liabilities, right? So you want to clear your plate of anything that is not necessary so you can build your money. Once your money is built, then you can have a few luxuries, okay? Rule number two, bring your 10% to God. Malachi 3:8-10 says, bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, saith the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessings that there will not be room enough to receive. That's what God said. And so, if you're doing what He asked of you, hey, if things still not working out right, hey, God, I'm doing what you asked. Come see about me. Check on your girl, right? Number two with that, pay yourself. When I say yourself, I mean an investment account. What's an investment account? The one that you're going to start after this episode, right? The investment account that I'm going to encourage you to start after this episode. When I finish talking about it, I think you will agree that this is something that you actually need. We will get into investment accounts later, just so you know, you might need more than one, maybe two or three. It just depends on how you want to spend, how you want to save, and what you're saving for. Rule number 3, review your spending tracker. If you have not included all your monthly bills, add them. Also include the name of the creditor, your balance, your monthly payment, that's how much they asking you to pay, and how much you actually pay, and your interest rate. This is very important to include your interest rate. Rule number 4, arrange your bills from the greatest to the least by the interest rate. Okay? I know most financial analysts tell you to do it by the least owed. I'm telling you to do it by the interest rate. All right? And the reason why I say that, the higher your interest, the more you're going to be paying towards your interest and not towards your balance. So you want your balance won't be reducing as quickly as it will need to do. So for example, let me give you an example here. You owe $5,000 on a credit card. Your interest rate is 25%. And these are just hypothetical numbers. And once again, let me say with the disclaimer, I am not a certified financial analyst. I am providing you information that has worked for me, okay? So your interest rate is 25%. Your monthly payment is $146.76. But only $42.59 is going towards your principal. That's the amount that you actually owe. The remainder of the payment, which is of $104.17, goes to interest. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Bobby. With this just making the minimum payment, you will be paying on this same $5,000 forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. You will be paying for it. If you don't, hey Trenda, if you don't listen to what I'm saying about your interest rate. This is important that you rank your bills by the interest rate. Look at your bills. The one with the least amount of interest, pay only the minimal amount on that one, okay? Whatever they're asking you to pay for that on that monthly payment and it's your lowest interest rate, pay that one. However, like I said, the one with the highest interest rate, that's the one you want to knock out first, okay? So, anything that you normally pay over the minimal payment, and I know because I was guilty of this as well. If I had a bill and they asked me to pay $25, I always want to pay $30, $40, whatever, because I feel like, this is my way of knocking this bill out quicker. That's before I learned to pay attention to the interest rate. So what I want you to do, now that you have everything lined up by the highest amount of interest to the lowest amount of interest, if you're paying anything extra on all of those credit cards or those bills underneath that, I want you to go back to paying the minimum on those and take that extra money that you were putting on those bills and put it up there at the top for that one with the highest interest. What? This can't be right. That's what you're thinking. I know. It is. Trust me. It's right. And so, by doing so, not only are you paying that minimal amount for the highest interest rate, but you're also paying all that extra money that you were putting towards those other bills with that. So now you have more than, $146.76 that you put on there. Let's say that you was putting $20 on for 5 other bills. That's extra $100 that you putting towards it. So now you're paying $246.76. Okay? So now you have $84 going towards your balance instead of the 42. Right? Y'all following me? Anybody got any questions with this yet? If you're doing it this way, then you're going to be able to pay that balance off quicker. Rule number 5. When you finish paying off the highest interest account, move to your next highest. And so you're just going to go down the row. The highest interest rate to the next, to the next, to the next. And all the money that you took off the extra from those first bills that you put with the highest interest payment, now that you paid that one off, you're going to take all of that money and you're going to put it on the next highest interest card. And you're going to do it all over again, until you get that one paid off, and then you're going to go to the next one, okay? And you're just going to keep doing that. Just so you know. If you still don't understand what I'm saying and what I'm suggesting to you, ask questions. I'm here for you. Just ask questions. Just ask me what it is that you want to know. Rule number 6. Okay, that was rule number 6. Use the money to add to the next bill and get it paid off. And so now your bills are paid off. And before you make new wasteful plans for this money, put it to use. Matthew 5:21 said, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, and I'll make you ruler over many." So, that's all about being a good steward. And you have to be a good steward over your money if you want to have some money. I'm just saying. If you really want to have some money, you have to learn to be a good steward of the money you have. What God is saying here is that if you can take care of the small, let's say your small dollars, if you can take care of your small dollars, He can bless you with some big dollars. But if you're not being a good steward with the small amount that you have, why would He bless you with a large amount? Right? It's just kind of like common sense. Rule number 7, investment accounts. I'm going to work with an easy one here. There are several investment services online that you all can use. I'm not a spokesperson for any of them, but I'm going to tell you about E-Trade. I don't work for E-Trade. I'm not getting any kickbacks or anything on E-Trade. It's just one of the services that I use. And what I like about it is that you can research different companies, their yearly projections, all the way 5 year, 1 year, 3 months, 1 day, graphs and charts about how they're spending and how much money that they're making, the stock costs, all of this on this one site. Everything is right there for you. That's what I like about it. And like I said, other online investment accounts, investment services, they do the same thing as well. And maybe even greater. This just happened to be one of my favorites, okay? I'm not a sponsored person, a representative for them. But this is one of the ways I level up my community by providing useful information, okay? So like I was telling you last week, you have to do what you can to level up your community as you climb. So what I'm doing, I'm practicing what I preach. I know what has helped me to make extra money. I know what has helped me to keep money and keep my money flowing. So guess what? I'm passing it on to you, right? Rule number 8, make your investment automatic. Go to E-Trade or any other online brokerage of your choosing, because you can do this yourself. This is something that you can do yourself. I do this myself. I don't have anybody that I hire and ask them to do this. I can do this myself, and so can you. Open up an account. Guys, it only takes $50 to get you an account started. That's all it takes. $50. Hey, Dwayne Diamond. Hey, Lisa. And with that, you may say, I don't know anything about stocks. I don't know anything about bonds. I don't know anything about NASDAQ. I don't know anything about trading, any of that. Guess what? All of that information is there. To even have tutorials that can teach you and show you what you need to do. But the biggest thing is that search bar up there. Find you a company, put it in there, hit go or arrow, whatever it is like that, and it will pull up all the information there is on that company, okay? So, where do I find the stocks that I want to buy? That's probably your next question here. I can't believe nobody's asking any questions. Ask some questions. The next thing you want to do is, if you can't figure out what companies you want to invest in, look around your community. Look in your house. What are some of the things that you buy? What are the things that you're spending your money on? So, I'm going to give you 2 easy ones that you utilize on a daily basis. Most of us anyway. Walmart and Amazon. Who don't go to Walmart? Who doesn't shop at Walmart? Who doesn't? Is the people even work at Walmart, right? And so I'm pretty sure that y'all maybe have like some type of share plan with that. But you can also have your own if you don't work at Walmart. If you are not even an employee at Amazon, get you some stock in Amazon, all right? Now, both of these are on both ends of the spectrum, okay? And what I mean by that, from the lowest to the highest here. Walmart trades for about $57 to $97 per share on average, okay? So that's where it fluctuates up in there, $57 to $97, okay? Amazon trades from $900 to $1,800 a share on average. So you're like, what? No, Dr. Jessadine, are you asking me to purchase Amazon stock for $1,800? No, that's not what I'm asking you. It'll be a good idea, though, if you can afford it, to buy a complete share. But if you can't, I got a way that you still can become a shareholder with Amazon, Walmart, 3M, General Electric, any of them. It's with rule number 9. Rule number 9 is open you a drip fund account. And that's what you're going to use for your investment account. DRIP stands for Dividend Reinvestment Plans. Okay? And with this type of account, Your investments are on a regular basis of buying, adding to your account. Like with your minimum automatic deposit of $50, okay? That's $50 per pay period. Your $50 buys a fraction of whatever stock that you are interested in. So let me explain that. When you have a drip account and you put in $50, hey, Mika Diamond, hey, Mr. Pastor Police Officer, Mr. Lowe, how you doing? So when you put in the $50 for that account and you put it on automatic and it's a drip account, every time Walmart pays you a dividend for that particular share, they take that dividend, instead of sending you a check for it, they reinvest it. So that $50, as we saw, is not going to pay for you a full share of Walmart, because Walmart shares range on average $57 to $97 daily average. So if you're investing $50 in your account, you're only going to be able to purchase a fraction of that share. But that's okay. You still own that fraction. And so when they pay you your dividend off of that fraction of the share that you have, they're going to take that dividend and add it right back into your investment. So now whatever you made on that dividend goes towards buying another fraction of Walmart. Drip, 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 drip. Right? So the drip is just the little drops of money that you're adding. Everybody know, every little drop can still make a puddle, right? You can get 500 little drip drops that make a big puddle. And so that's the same thing, the same approach that this has with the drip accounts. All of your little small deposits are going to make a big investment. So I really encourage you to go out there. Hey, Miss Sonia Lowe, go out there and invest in you an investment account in a drip fund, okay? So this is the same way as, like I was saying, with paying off the credit cards, okay? When you pay off the credit cards with the highest interest and you get that one paid off, then you start on the next one. You take all the money that you were using on that first credit card to pay it off, and you add it to whatever you're paying on the next one to get it started paying off. That's the same approach with this drip account, okay? The drip account is going to do it. Once you start paying into that, every time you get a reinvestment, it's going to take it and add it to that account. Add it to that account. Add it to the account. And so basically what you're doing is building up that account and the amount of shares that you have. Mika Diamond said, is that the term we asked for, Dr. LaShond Jackson Dean? Yes, drip fund. Drip account. It's dividend reinvestment plans. And all of these online brokerage accounts have it. You can buy stocks at a fraction. You don't have to buy the whole stock. Like I was explaining, I know you got in late. The difference with Walmart and Amazon. Walmart $57.97 on average. Amazon $900 to $1,400 on average. Okay, but you can invest in a drip and buy a fraction of any account, any company that you want. So, my second disclaimer again, I am not a certified financial analyst. I am just imparting information to my community to let you know things that have worked for me and that help me make money and keep money in my pocket. I want to pass it on to you so you can do the same. Because we family, right? Okay. So, rule number 10. If your place of employment matches your retirement investing percentage, take full advantage of it. If they match it at 3%, guess what you need to do? You need to pay 3%. If I were you, I would pay 5%. If I were you, I would pay more than that. Pay what you can afford, but you at least match that 3%. Because with that if you match 3%, guess what? You get 6%. They're gonna match your 3%, right? So take full advantage of that and be disciplined enough to keep it going. Rule number 10: forego trips and shopping sprees for a while, at least until you build up a nice nest egg of savings. Once you get that build up and everything is going great with that, then you can take you a couple trips. Then you can go and do a little shopping or whatever. You know, a lot of us, especially myself, got too many clothes as it is, right? Right? So, take some time, take a break from that, put that on pause. Always have some money aside for a likelihood of an emergency. I don't want to tell you what you should have, but it's a great idea to have at least enough to cover 2 months of your expenses saved up. Rome wasn't built in a day, and guess what? Your nest egg doesn't have to be built in a day either. Drip, drip, drip. Same way with your account that you're saving for your emergency fund. So a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit until you finally get it to where you need. That's right, no trips and no shopping. Get it built up until you can get your nest egg where you need it to be. Keep working on it. Miss Florine House said that's good, especially if you're a young worker. It would work if you're an older worker because they have like a catch-up clause if you have a 401k. But that's a whole nother series that I'm going to talk about that. But there's a catch-up clause if you're 55 and older that they'll allow you to put some extra money in to catch yourself up on your 401k. Thank you, Miss House. Michelle Saxon said, right, 2 minute close. That's right. Rule number 11. Stop trying to impress people. Right? Stop trying to impress people by buying things. If there is something that you want to buy and you can afford it, buy it because you want it. Don't buy because you think it'll look good to somebody else and they'll think such and such and such about you because you have it, okay? Buy it because you want it. Don't worry about what they think or what they want because they don't really like you no way. And so, why even try to impress them? Truthfully, they don't. So, number 12, learn to say no. People will drain you dry and not think anything of it. Tell them no. There are some instances where you may feel compelled to lend money to someone in need. I'm not saying say no to everybody, but think about it just like this. If a person comes to you and wants to borrow money and they don't support the things that you do to make the money that they're trying to borrow from you, say no. Say no. If they're not providing you any support on the things that you do to make your money, don't let them come take the money that you make from the things that they should be supporting you for. That's all I'm saying with that. Know who you're dealing with, right? So if they got a track record of not supporting you, do not give them your money. Do not let them borrow the money because chances you're not going to get it back anyway. And if you feel like that you're compelled to let someone borrow some money, make sure it's the money that you're willing to lose. Because 9 times out of 10, I ain't going to say everybody, but I had to learn myself because people would ask me and I would let people borrow and they wouldn't pay me back. And then they wonder why I was upset. I think I had a right to be upset, right? I'm just saying here. Know your limits, okay? Rule number 13. Always have more than one stream of income. I know y'all was wondering when I was going to get to that, huh? Well, I'm here. In today's world, There are several opportunities out there where you can make money, and you can make several streams of incomes on things. I suggest, hey Carla, that's my classmate, y'all. Find you at least three good extra streams of income and work on it to make you some extra money. What I always say, use your purpose to produce your profits. That's a good one, huh? Use your purpose to produce your profits. That might even be a next series. How about that? And what that means is take your talents, things that you're able to do, and monetize it. Be able to use those things to make money for yourself, to be your extra stream of income. Everybody needs extra streams of income, okay? Rule 14, buy you some property. Now that in its entirety is a whole nother topic and series on its own, and I'm going to discuss that later on. So I'm just going to keep moving past that one, okay? Rule 15, stop wishing and start doing. Stop wishing and start doing. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Are you about it? I'm about it. Are you about it? You better get about it. We all have fears. The majority of the time, our success is just right over the side of our fears. Figure out how to get past your fears to become successful, as well as produce you another stream of income. Okay? Do what you can to level up your money mentality. Teach your children. Then don't forget to hold the door open for someone else in your community. And what I mean by that, show them the way. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm holding the door open for my community, letting you know. And you can also find out more of this information on money mentality in my book, Level Up Through Mindfulness, and also in my book, Seed to Seed, Systemic Oppression and PTSD. They both have a wealth of information on money mentality. So as you grow, take someone else with you and teach them how to grow as well. I pride myself on supporting and talking to people about doing things and growing and getting themselves together and getting things together for them. So you do the same thing, okay? So, any questions? It's email time! Yay! Let's go to email. Dear Dr. Jackson Dean, just so you know, wow, your show has really caused me to think about where I am in my life. I have had so many downs and knockouts in my life, but God, how about that? I'm still here. I have Bible study on Wednesday nights, but as soon as I get in, I watch the replay of your show. Thank you. I am a sexual assault survivor, and I heard the advice that you gave another lady that wrote in, so I decided to write in too. I took the advice you gave her, and I am now away from my abusive girlfriend. I'm living in a shelter because I know my mother would not allow me back in her house because of my lifestyle. I still feel good. I thank you for your encouragement that you gave me through someone else. I am in Houston and would love to meet you. I just want to sit and talk. Keep up the good work. Cassandra, Houston, Texas. So, Cassandra, thank you so much for writing in to Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. I'm just so glad that you were able to get out of your current position, your previous position, of being assaulted, sexually assaulted, and probably verbally assaulted as well. It's a hard thing with lifestyles, and I can't really say that I know how your mother feels or your parent feels or anything like that. Everybody have to make that decision on their own with that. But what I am happy is that you made the right decision to leave a situation that was of no use for you. There was no benefit for you to be in a relationship where you were sexually abused, okay? So kudos to you, and I hope you keep moving forward. And if there's anything that I can do, if you want to call and become one of my clients, I've been more than happy to take you in and talk to you about different things about moving forward. Everybody's in Houston, huh? So each time, who knows? Maybe we will run into each other. That will be great. So, in conclusion, the special announcement. Y'all almost made me forget about that. Special announcement. Guess what, y'all? The Just So You Know moment with a twist is getting closer and closer to becoming a national and international internet radio and TV show. You will be able to stream me on all the major platforms. Just So You Know moments with a twist will be on Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio, as well as a new TV station coming. How about that? Yeah, I am so excited. So this concludes our episode for this week of Level Up, Change Your Money Mentality. Please join me next week at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live, Periscope, or YouTube for another episode of Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. If you want any additional information on Dr. LaShond Jackson Dean, the services and books I offer, visit me online at www.drlashondajacksondean. See you next week for Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. Bye-bye. So this thing is not